Welcome everyone to Discourse. Today we will be discussing Poetic Parables, Listen with Your Heart by Alvina Platt-Gregory. This book addresses questions to God concerning subjects that I wanted answered. He also spoke on other important issues I needed to know about. I asked God questions, and here are some of the answers He gave me. He directed me to seek Him in every situation that I will encounter, and He will guide me through them. So this is a spiritual poetry book that it's pretty short too. It's less than 100 pages. Mm-hmm. So it's just every single chapter discusses a question that the author herself had and the answer that was received, right? So she writes like really cool poems for each chapter. So each one is different from the next. Mm-hmm. There's not really like a sequence.
Nope.
It's just questions and answers.
Yeah, different subjects, mm-hmm. and you could easily just pick it up on any page.
Yeah, like if you have similar questions, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and most poems are one page. There's a few that are 2 pages, but...
Right. I feel like people who, a lot of religious people have typically like books like this in their home. So I feel like this would pair really well with those types of books, like daily devotion books. I think they have ones for like women and men and for kids. So I feel like this would go really well just because, they're really nice poems that relate to obviously the Bible. They have references and things like that, but also her questions that maybe some other people have.
You could do 1 page a day, or just if it's a slow day or just resting or something, go to the DMV. I don't know, take it with you and, read along some poems and just think about them and see if you've experienced certain situations or had the same questions.
Yeah, quick, easy read and easy to put in your bag. So what we're going to do is read her poems, a few of them, and then we'll discuss it a little bit afterwards, each one.
I'm going to read a poem called Birthdays. Birthdays are days counting the years since on earth you first appeared. They are reminders that keep us aware that there are things to be done with little time to spare. As you travel along the way, don't forget to sleep every day, so you will be refreshed and restored, no time to get bored. The time is ticking for the body and soul. Step back, take a look, and behold the beauty of the Lord. You are made in His image. You harvest the Spirit, so watch what you put in it. Knowledge to bring the unseen into being gives your vision and mission a new meaning. Get involved. There's plenty to do. Don't keep it on hold. The creation is waiting for you.
So what does it make you think of? Like what do you think the author, her question was?
Yeah, so with this, birthdays is not just a celebration of, completing another year of your life, but kind of as makes you think like, what have you done with your life? Like, don't waste it. And, as life goes on, as your time goes on, what have you done with it?
Right.
Make sure to sleep. That's just, make sure to refresh. You can't just be constantly, dreading life and stressing over everything. You got to give your body rest.
Yeah, I think like she talks mostly about like self-care, right? Mm-hmm. Because we are the image of God, right? So we want to make sure we're taking good care of ourselves. And this one particularly just kind of reminded me about taking care of oneself, and every day is a new day. So like, let's say yesterday you didn't do things like you should, right? Following God's message. So tomorrow is a brand new start. Like, get a good night's rest, get refreshed, take a bath, and then start anew the next day.
Yeah, and stay busy.
Yeah.
No reason you should be bored.
Yeah. Do good in the world.
So this poem is called Walk Away. Jesus took on our sins so we don't have to wear them. He bore them so we don't have to hoard them. Jesus released me from my penalty. No longer blind, I now can see He did this all just for me. The wrath of God was taken off of man when Jesus intervened and made a stand to die for my sins on Calvary. He purposed in His heart to make me free, so be free and walk away from sin. Jesus died for you once. He won't do it again.
Yeah, so her saying, right, to walk away from sin because Jesus paid the ultimate price, right? to cleanse us, for us to keep living, to keep going on, to live good lives, and to do, right by him and God and everything. So don't waste it.
Yeah. I really like the ending. Like, he died for you once. Like, he won't do it again.
Right.
It's like people say, like, I got you. I'll die for you once, but don't ask me to do it twice. They'll be dead. It's
it's kind of impossible, but also, like, that was like some severe payment here.
Yeah. And the message I got is, you got a second chance, but Jesus paid the ultimate price. So don't waste it. Don't take it for granted. Like, show him your appreciation and, make something out of yourself. Like, give something back to life. So I like that. It's like a short poem, but a great message.
Yeah. Well done. O Lord, these are the words we want to hear one day. Well done, my good and faithful servant. You listened to what I say. You didn't dot every I or cross every T, but you did your best to fulfill my will and please me. You are heaven bound, so come on home and hang around. Well done.
Another short one that I really enjoyed. You did good enough. Come on up. Enjoy the afterlife.
You tried your best.
Yeah. Honestly, just because me growing up, in a religious schools and all that, they always put it in your mind, like, you have to be perfect. Yeah. You mess up once, you're going to hell. Or you do this, you're going to hell. It's like, can I just live a good life? Like, try to live good? Mm-hmm. Like, why does one mistake
damn me for hell forever, for the rest of life?
It's like, jeez.
I am damned to hell now.
Yeah.
Oof.
So reading that poem, it's kind of like, you tried, you did your best, you are a good person. Nah, not perfect, because, you drink, you did this and that, but whatever. You still made a great impact to people's lives. You're awesome. Get up here. Let's party.
Yeah, I feel, like you said, it's kind of short, but it's really, like, impactful, right? Because I feel like whether you're religious or not, people always kind of struggle with that question of, like, am I being a good enough person, regardless of any standards or criteria you need to make for whatever reason. I feel like a lot of people would question and would like an answer. And for just to know, like, you are good enough, like, your one mistake that you made doesn't make you this horrible person, or this one flaw you have doesn't make you a horrible person.
Good enough. Like, is there even a good definition of that?
I know, that's true.
Right?
Yeah.
Because I could do a bunch of little things, like 1,000 good things, but you could cure cancer, you could take a lot of people out of poverty in one action.
Right.
Am I greater just because I did more actions than you, but you had a greater impact? Like,
yeah.
What is good enough?
No, I think just being a good person.
Yeah, in general.
Well, yeah. Having a good, pure heart, doing things with good intentions.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's what I like about that book. And I could imagine Jesus saying that too, like, you tried, you were cool. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
You're my buddy. Jesus is hiring. God is an equal opportunity employer. He has work for us to do. Work not only for one, not only for two, but work for the entire crew. Jesus is hiring. He has posted God's will and job descriptions for you. They are listed below. Carefully read them through. Number 1. The great commandments is to love the Lord thy God with all your heart, soul, and mind. Number 2. To love your neighbor as yourself. Your neighbors are all mankind. Do these things on the job and you will work out fine. Jesus is hiring. All can apply. No experience necessary. On the job training he will supply.
I feel like this one actually connects a lot with the last poem we read.
Well done.
Right, yeah, because it's like like that whole question of am I good enough, or am I a good enough person? And this is like, well, listen, if you just do A and B, all is well.
Everything else comes on the job as you're practicing, being this person or following this religion. Like, no one's going to understand it 100%. No one knows what they're getting into. You could think about it, people could tell you all this stuff, but you're responsible for your own actions, your own experiences. So that's what I like. No experience needed.
So he will guide you, right? I think that's like the whole message of like, God will guide you. He will give you the answers, although it may not be maybe what you're looking for or what you thought would be the answer to a question, but those things will come. Thanks for hanging out with us, you guys, and make sure to check out Poetic Parables, Listen with Your Heart by Alvina Platt-Gregory.